Alright, let's get real for a second. When someone says Tour de France, your brain immediately jumps to muscly dudes in polka dot jerseys, right? Wrong. This year's Tour de France Femmes wasn't just a footnote to the men's race, it was a masterclass in drama, strategy, and raw athletic dominance. And at the center of it all, Demi Vollering, the Dutch rider who just became the first two-time winner. But here's the kicker, her victory wasn't just about speed. It was about proving a point, rewriting narratives, and maybe even changing the future of women's cycling. Let's break it down. Okay, so Vollering wins the final stage, takes her second title, and yeah, the stats are cool, 3 stage wins, a 1-minute lead, etc. But what makes this race actually fascinating isn't the numbers. It's the chess match happening between Vollering and Katarzyna Niewiadoma-Phinney. These two have been locked in a rivalry longer than most TV show feuds. They've both been on the podium every single year since this race relaunched in 2022. That's not luck, that's legacy building. And Vollering's final stage solo move. That wasn't just tactical. It was a statement. She wanted to erase any doubt that her win was gifted because of yesterday's chaos. Personally, I think that mindset, proving you deserve the win, is what separates good athletes from icons. Now, let's talk about the course. 4 climbs up Col d'Ise. 2,100 meters of vertical suffering. ASO, the race organizers, didn't just throw this together. They engineered a test. And that's the underrated genius of women's cycling right now, the courses aren't afterthoughts. They're designed to create stories. Mont Ventoux earlier in the week. That's a psychological beast. Remember, Niewiadoma-Phinney conquered it this year after it haunted her in 2024 when Vollering crashed. It's like the mountain itself is a character in this saga. And Vollering's team. FDJ-Suez isn't just throwing bodies at the problem, they're playing 4D chess. When Celia Jerry blocked Niewiadoma-Phinney, was it dirty racing or smart tactics? In my opinion, that's the gray zone where sports rivalries thrive. It's not cheating if it's legal, but it's definitely mind games. Here's what most people miss, this isn't just a two-woman rivalry. Look at Elisa Longo Borghini finally cracking the podium after years of near misses. That's a career arc worth celebrating. And the fact that Vollering's win came after wearing yellow, something she'd never done before. That's poetic. She's rewriting her own legacy. But let's zoom out, why does this matter beyond cycling fans? Because women's sports are still fighting for attention, respect, and equal billing. Vollering's dominance, the calculated drama, the sold-out crowds in Nice, they're proof that when you invest in women's events, you don't get less than. You get something different, something that feels closer to the soul of competition. No Tadej Pogacar-esque inevitability here, just relentless unpredictability. So what's next? Will Niewiadoma-Phinney come back swinging in 2025? Can anyone dethrone Vollering? Or is this the start of her era, like a female Eddie Merckx? Honestly, I hope this rivalry keeps burning. Because what Vollering just did, winning in yellow, after controversy, against a rider who once inherited yellow from her crash, it's not just a win. It's a mic drop. And if you're new to women's cycling, this is your sign to stop sleeping on it. What do you think, does Vollering's victory change how we see women's racing forever? Drop your take below, and don't forget to like this video if you're here for the drama as much as the cycling.